What's happening, people? This is Rohit here, and in this podcast episode, I'm going to discuss about my experience at Indian Street in Jersey City and why I actually don't eat from there. This is a very interesting story because in the beginning I had a very different ideology with this place, and now I'm having very different ideology with this place, and that's what I'm going to discuss about, including my mental health and how it has changed from here to here. So in the beginning, I stayed in Philadelphia and then I moved to Jersey City. I found out that the diversity here and the kind of the number of people that we have here as Indian international students, it's just huge. And then we have Indian Street where I have a lot of Indian places, restaurants, and I also go there for my groceries and temple. So and I always go to the temple once every week, and that's all has been my schedule till now. And even for groceries, once or twice every single week, that always happens. But apart from that, I knew that when I came here, I have to make my own circle. I have to make my own social circle. I knew that it's a very interesting challenge. At the same time, I also told myself that I'll eat at each place every single time and with a new person. That's what something on along that line. So that this happened in 2022 July August. That's when I actually moved to Jersey City. It's very interesting because I was also very rigid in a lot of ways. I'm like, people need to be like this, people need to be like that. So many things from my side that's wrong. I was keeping those rules. I was like, oh, people need to be like this. I was also very socially selective that way. And at the same time, the day I moved in, my uncle and I went and ate at a place. Apart from that, I never, from that day onwards, this is 2024 March, till now I have not eaten at any place in Indian Street in Jersey City. That's one thing which I maintain. But apart from that, I keep going. But in the beginning, how the change has been until now, that's what this whole video is going to be about. Every single time I went there in the beginning, when I saw people with company, it's always a group. I don't know what's with the group of threes. Every single time I go to the place, I always find people in like group of threes. And also my ideology was very different. I treated people like poison ivy. It's for Indian international student. I was like, leaves of three, let them be. People of three, let them be. So that was my ideology. I mean, now now I feel it's very funny now when I think about it. Earlier, definitely it was very rigid in that way. Definitely mistake was on my side. But then definitely I was feeling jealous of that other people were having company, and jealousy is actually a good thing because it shows that what you really want in life, and that's the social circle which I wanted, right? So I was also not being comfortable being alone. Now I am, so now it's a lot different. But back then jealousy was there. I was feeling lonely, I was feeling sad. So every single time I went to Indian Street, I was telling myself, you know what, next time I come here, I'll come here with company. Well, if I'm going to Indian Street, it only has to be with company, otherwise I will always go alone. I used to be with that mindset. But then slowly I also changed in a lot of ways. Now it's more like, it's going to be 2 years soon, and still I have not been to Indian Street with any company. Now I feel it's more like a pride thing. I can say as an Indian international student that I have been to that place. That place is somewhere, I mean, it's near my home, and I've always been there alone, and that's a consistency which I feel not a lot of people can say, and this is something which I'm taking pride in. Earlier it was all jealousy and feeling sad. Now I'm like, I'm having time for myself. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to wait for anyone. But at the same time, that's the same thing I also told about New York as well. Same thing I'm following till now. But I started covering the food places in New York City. But for Indian Street, for some reason, I have not covered. The reason I'm like, I don't see it as that important. Like, I have to go and eat at each place. For me, that ideology still does not make sense, because earlier I was like, I'll eat at each place with only with company, otherwise I won't eat at all. Now it's like, and it's not important anymore to actually go and have that. But now I feel I'm a lot more grateful whenever I go to temple. I see, I'm like, okay, this is my only time. I'm going to be here once or twice a week. Let's get done with it and go home. And when I go there, I definitely see a lot of people with social company, but no loneliness, no jealousy, nothing. It's just being so much comfortable alone. And I feel it's a big thing for me as a matter of pride to say that I've been there. Like, it's going to be 2 years soon, and I've been there every single time alone, not even once with company. I'm like, wow, that's actually a huge thing, which I don't think a lot of people would do something crazy like this. And I'm known for doing crazy stuff like this. So for me, it has become a matter of pride that I'm able to do something like this. And the kind of growth that I've had, you would have seen it in so many other vlogs as well. Every single time I go to Indian Street, I'm like, oh, I said I'll come here with company. Now see, look at me. So I feel in that way I've changed a lot. And I'm just grateful for the kind of journey that I've had. And this is the important life skill that I had to learn because of the circumstances, that is being comfortable alone. I feel it's very important to learn that. And it's better to be alone than be with any company, right? That's my whole ideology. And I'm also socially selective that way, that I need to be with the right company, and it definitely takes time to find, so it's better not to hurry and be with the wrong company and just go. I Now it has become more like a sacred and special place, because if I go there with some company, it definitely is a special thing, because till now I have not been there with company. So the first person, definitely that person should be special, will be special. Obviously, if I say should, it will again be more rigid and a rules kind of thing. But I'm just grateful, and I know it will be good soon. But I'm not in any hurry to complete all the places in Indian Street. I'm just nice to go there. It's not even about feeling homely or anything. I just go there for the temple or for groceries, because I'm just grateful. And temple is something I've been doing. I mean, I don't remember last time I was going to temple this consistently, but because of my own effort, you're walking half a mile or something to just to go to that place and do what you really want to do. And every single time I go there, I always think about how it was been the first time I went there. I told every single time, it's like, oh, first time I was here, I was telling myself, come, you come. Now I'm like, that kind of rules, that kind of rigidity, every single thing is not there. So definitely it's been a lot of change for sure. I feel it's more calming in a way, like, ha, it does not feel like a pressure at all. So that's one thing which I noticed. Yeah, thank you all for watching. See you all in another one. Till then, bye from me.